The two things that I would like to say are, don't be ashamed of it. It's not your fault. And the other is, don't always compare me to people you know who are in the later stages. I have Alzheimer's. I find that people misunderstand when you're in the beginning stages. They don't really believe it. They compare you to someone who's in the later stages and poo-poo you. They make light of your situation. My brain is dying. I don't think someone should make light of it. I've learned to live with it, and I've learned to accept it, and I've learned to befriend it. Because as long as I held on to my anger and my outrage, I wasn't dealing well with it. Now that I've befriended it, I am dealing well with it. Coming to the Alzheimer Society helped me because it helps me understand what is happening to me. It helps me when I'm with other people who have Alzheimer's because they understand what I'm saying. There's sort of a silent nod amongst us when we say something, and then I feel validated. I would also ask people not to help me feel good by saying, oh no, you're okay, there's nothing wrong with you. That belittles me. I befriend Alzheimer's by understanding Alzheimer's. I befriend it by not becoming frustrated with the things that happen because I understand now that they're natural occurrences. If I didn't understand Alzheimer's and I didn't understand the way it worked and I didn't understand what was happening in my brain, I would be angry a lot. I would be frustrated a lot. By learning more about it, it's become part of me. Because I went into denial for the first year in that I knew I had it, but I didn't want anyone else to know. Because if they knew, they wouldn't take me seriously anymore. But people do take you seriously after you have Alzheimer's. And they take you seriously after they know you have Alzheimer's. It's the shame that I think helped the anger, that made it so strong, the outrage that this would happen to me. I retired and I thought that I was going to have a long, happy retirement. And that's where my anger came from because I thought it was going to be taken away from me, but it hasn't been taken away from me because I'm still going on, I'm still enjoying. What I have to learn to do is enjoy what I can do now rather than compare it to what I did before, because what I did before maybe was great for that time in my life. I don't need it now. I'm retired. My days are mine to do what I want to do with them. When people hear the word Alzheimer's, they think of someone they've known or heard of who's in the later stages. And I'm not there, so therefore I don't have anything wrong with me, and I don't have anything to complain about. Whereas I'm on the journey, and being on the journey, eventually I will be there. But initially, the reaction is, oh, well, there's nothing wrong with you. And it's because they're thinking about someone they knew who was more advanced. And that will be me tomorrow. It's not me today. So just accept that I have Alzheimer's. Accept that I will forget some things. Accept that there will be times when my behavior is not quite what you expect. And live with it like I do. Alzheimer's has many stages, and we will go through them all. I don't think there's any way of avoiding the different stages and the steps that we will go through. And it's so much better for us if our friends just accept whatever stage we're in and accept who we are and what we are now. Living with it is not painful. It does have its advantages. Because we're not suffering. Perhaps emotionally we suffer initially when we're first diagnosed. Because, perhaps like me, because you're angry, or because you're in denial, as opposed to other diseases that are painful, as opposed to other diseases that are very noticeable in the beginning. You can lead an absolutely normal life with Alzheimer's and with the medication that there is now. If you're diagnosed early, if you go into denial and you're diagnosed late, the medication may not be of much benefit. But if you're diagnosed early, the benefits are tremendous. It doesn't stop the disease, but it can help you deal with the disease and understand the disease and learn to live at that level. It kind of can be fun, because when we talk about advantages, you can blame not remembering people's names or faces or what you had for breakfast or where you were yesterday. Hey, it's my Alzheimer's. And people will accept that.